The suggestion that Sebastian Vettel might join Mercedes in 2021 has been doing the rounds lately, and with the silly season likely to continue until at least Mercedes and Renault announce their plans for 2021, it's inevitable that there'll be speculation surrounding these possibilities. I'm your host Dylan Shelley, and first up on Formula World we ask, are Mercedes interested in Vettel? There have been all sorts of rumours circulating about Vettel's future since it was announced he would be parting ways with Ferrari, and one of them has tied him to German manufacturer Mercedes, whose team principal Toto Wolff has addressed this exact scenario. Of course, a German driver in a German car is a good marketing story. He explained how success is a big part of their team's ethos, and in what many see as cryptic terms, how Vettel holds all the cards when it comes to his future. We are exclusively focused on success. Sebastian is of course someone who is really good. He pulls all the strings. He can decide for himself whether he wants to quit or join another team. There are still some interesting places to go. He also spoke about how some of the teams that have already decided on a driver change for 2021 still have a season's worth of racing to get through with their current lineup, and is glad that Mercedes is not in a similar awkward position. At least we are not going to put ourselves in that position. It's a bit difficult to manage if you have a driver, while next year he will be in a rival team. You know that your driver can use that against you next year. That's why all the race stables that announce this in a hurry are in a difficult situation that we don't want to get into. He concluded by explaining that while they have their eyes open when it comes to the driver market, it isn't exactly something that has priority for the team right now. We're looking at what we're going to do with George Russell, and then there's a Vettel turn, but this is not the highest place on the agenda at the moment. We want to concentrate on our own team first. McLaren's 2021 lineup to be the fan favourites? As reported here the other day, Daniel Ricciardo's decision to move to McLaren from Renault at the end of 2020 is being seen by some F1 experts as a sideways move. Others, however, have defended this move as being beneficial to both Ricciardo and McLaren. Ricciardo did have the opportunity to make the same move a couple of years ago, but chose not to do so at the time. McLaren CEO Zak Brown has gone into some details as to why Ricciardo decided to finally make the move in 2021 as opposed to earlier. I think bringing in a Grand Prix winner like Daniel is a signal that we're going in the right direction. A couple of years ago we tried to get him to join us, but then he didn't choose us. Later he told me that his choice then was not McLaren because the results of the years then were not positive. He shed further light on the factors that might have influenced Ricciardo's decision. The fact that we have achieved such good results last year, that the shareholders have confidence in us and that from next year we will drive Mercedes engines, indicates that we are moving in the right direction. F1 fans see Ricciardo's relationship with future teammate and McLaren's current driver Lando Norris as quite cordial, and Brown highlighted how it could be the coolest lineup on the 2021 grid. When they get into a car, they're both very serious. Of course, they're both great personalities. You can really call them favourites with the fans. So all in all, we've got a really cool lineup on and off the track for 2021. Fast feed. The latest rumours suggest that former F1 World Champion Fernando Alonso will wait until the Indy 500 to announce his plans for 2021. F1 circuit designer Herman Tilke explained it does hurt a little when Formula 1 arrives on one of his circuits and fans immediately complain about the runways. He explained that these runoff areas are often meant for motorcycles, as a motorcycle driver could get hurt even if they hit the crash barrier at 30 miles per hour. Racing Point Sergio Perez feels that the team's future rebranding as Aston Martin will be a good boost for the team, but it is also going to involve extra pressure. He also thinks that this pressure is exactly what they will need to take that extra step again. F1 safety car driver Bernd Mailander believes that only the official starting signal is missing for the resumption of racing in 2020. Zak Brown thinks that everything related to the performance of the car, including the engine, driver and the like, should be in the budget cap. He further added that things like marketing and motorhomes aren't a part of performance and hence should not be included in the budget cap. He also revealed that McLaren had to give Carlos Sainz permission to go speak with Ferrari, and since they gave him that permission, it keeps their relationship cordial. He also thinks that with some of the other movements, it looks like unfortunately there's some bad blood. Technical Director of the FIA Gilles Simon has revealed that by 2023 they want to drive 100% on sustainable fuel in Formula 1. He also revealed that their goal is to keep the fuel companies at Formula 1 with the condition that their technology is sustainable and the fuel is CO2 neutral. The promoters of the Singapore Grand Prix have revealed that it's not feasible to keep the race behind closed doors. Red Bull's Alex Albon has revealed that the teams want to see progress, but there are no specific targets. He also revealed that his call-up to the Red Bull team was really kind of a reset for him, as he had to get comfortable with a completely new car in the free practice sessions as opposed to an entire winter test. Toto Wolff has revealed that starting the season in Austria makes him very happy, firstly because Austria will be the start of the season, and secondly because there will be 2 races in a row. Ferrari's former test driver Marc Genet feels that the difference in practice between McLaren's Carlos Sainz and Red Bull's Max Verstappen at the end of the year was only minimal during their Toro Rosso days. Renault team principal Cyril Abitbol explained that any team that withdraws would cause unrest, which would probably cause further worries among other race stables. He also revealed that they believe in Formula One from a marketing perspective, and that this belief is still present. Former F1 world champion Mika Hakkinen thinks that Sebastian Vettel's negotiations with Ferrari wasn't about the decision to retire, they just couldn't agree on a deal. AlphaTauri team principal Franz Tost feels that Sebastian Vettel is not a driver who just wants to be on the grid. If we have a race, he wants to win it. And retired F1 driver Felipe Massa thinks that it is best for Sebastian Vettel to wait and see what happens with regards to the driver situation at Mercedes. Will McLaren have the coolest driver lineup come 2021? Be sure to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula One.